message to Esther to say, this is what the king is going to do, or this is what the people are supposed to do, as an instruction from the king. Here akumana molaetsa o. O botsa Esther ore, don't forget that you are also a Jew. Le wena taba e e tlo o fitlhela. What she did as the queen, what she did was to send this message that I've read. Gore e yang o botse ba Juda ka moka, ba faste for 3 days. For her to be able to approach the king. She was seen as the leader because Ibeli and now a queen. And she was the only person who can be able to speak to the king so that the king can change his decision. But she realized that on her own, she can't do it. She can't change the king's mind. But she invited all the Jews who were in so that they should go on fasting. Banabesh, hona le diemo, as leaders, on your own, you cannot change them. On your own, you cannot resolve them. You need God's intervention. Mosadi yo ula lebe a lemoa gore ke ena queen yo le gore mo setšhabeng ka moka e ba re e be le o mo botse o ile a lemoa gore ga se bobotse bjage be bo tlo o mo solvela problem ga se bobotse bjage bo bo ka savao ba Juda ba beng ba le kwa a lemoa gore this situation e nyaka modimo ka sebele. Bana beshu bele ka basadi, we are occupying different positions. The position tse leng gore ke tse digolo, the position tse leng gore gona bele re a di fitelela, re di tshwere. But in your position, you need God. You need God's intervention. Oro kgone o fitela di phetho tse di itseng. Modimo o beile on that position. Gore o tle o kgone go phethagatsa seo modimo a o beetseng sona. But in that position, on your own, you may not be able to do it. Mosadio o ile a lemoa gore ka bo yena a ka se kgone e ka ba e le yena queen a na le position ka ra setšhaba ka moka e le yena first lady ya that area ya that region, but o needa modimo gore a kgone go save maphelo a batho ba ka moka. Le tshula modimo le re botsa gore ba ile ba tswela pele ba fastela for letšatši lona lewe ba fastela gore yena ta kgone go approacha kgoši. Bana beshu, we need to mobilize people for prayer. Ka gare ya di-position tša rena ha re a tshwanela go no ke khumana re dutse re ke khumana re tshwere di-position re basadi gona bele go consideriwa gender go ba re na le di-qualification or whatever. A re tsebeng gore we are where we are because God has put us there. Ke modimo a re beileng mowe le ena basadi ba bile gona o bile gona queen wa mathomo yo a ile a misbehavior king Amraka yena ba bitša basetsana ba bantši ba botse mara le yena a ba amongst them mara ya ba yena e bang yena queen. She realized gore ga ke a gona ka baka la bokgoni bjaka a ke a gona ka baka la bobotse bjaka e bile ka baka la kgaogelo ya modimo nka fo a rileng ga a lemoga gore seemo sa lebaneng le sona ka bo yena ka se gone se nyaka modimo ka sebele. Let's invite God in our positions. We have occupied those positions. Mara a re tsebeng gore di position tše re leng go tšona re di filwe ke modimo. And di emo tše re neng le tšona ka gare ga tšona ke yena fela a ka kgonang gore solvela tšona. Re ka ba re na le nkane re na le mata mara di emo tše re beng ka gare ga tšona modimo o re file setšhaba sa gage se re tshwanetše gore se serve ka di position tše re di tshwerego. The second verse ye ke badileng e re bontšha gore mosadi yo o ile a no se felele mowe ka morago ga tše tšohle di diegile o ile a feleletša alla a ya go bonana le monna wa gage a approacha kgoši a mo approacha o mo address a re if I have found favor with you, O king, and if it pleases your majesty, grant me my life. This is my petition, and spare my people. This is my request. He re lebelela mantšhwa re a lemoga gore kgošigadi yo this queen o ile a ikokobetša pele ga monna wa gagwe. Even if we occupy those positions, o ile a lemoga gore ke ena queen to the community or to the region ka mokana ga yona mara go monna wa gagwe ke ena mosadi wa ge. Go monna wa gagwe she will remain a wife. She will remain she will be the queen. Aka khumana dithetho ka moka o batho ba ba mmonang e le queen ha fitla ba mmela maemo ba mmela le setulo sa ka pele mara mo go monna wa gagwe ke ena mosadi wa ge yo a mo addressa o bjale ka somebody who has authority o a neng le mata godimo gagwe yo a tshwanetse gore a mo tlhomphe yo a presentang petition go yena yo a presentang request go yena ha mo command ha mo instruct le ya be a khopetse modimo. Bana bethu, even if we occupy those positions, he re fitla ka magae re basadi ba banna ba lena. O CEO mmerekong wa go, o manager mmerekong wa go company ya go, o se o leng sona gona mo o berekang gona. He re ye ka magae re bosesi ya bana ba borena, re boragadi ya bana ba borena, re basadi ba banna ba bangwe, re le kgaetsedi tša batho ba bangwe. Let us be like that. A se ka ba ka gae wa no ba CEO, a se ka ba ka gae wa no ba principal, mo e le gore bana ge ba o bona ba kitimela le ka rumuni ba tšhaba gore principal o tlo ba re botsisa gore homework re ngwadile na, ka gore a tseba ka mo a kitimisang bana sekolong. So a re tsebeng gore we have been called to be the voice of the voiceless. We have been called to speak on behalf of those who cannot speak for themselves. We have been called to serve those people. We have been called to give justice to those who are undermined, to those who are not given justice. We are there to occupy those positions so that justice can prevail to all the people. Banna ba ka se kgone go abuse basadi for di ukhumana di position. Basadi le gare re gona. Ba ba gatelelang batho ba bangwe gantši. Batho ba ba nang le di boss tša basadi ke bona ile gore gantši ba ba le bothata ka gore basadi ba nyaka gore batho ba ba file ba be ba ba bone ba appreciate-iwe. Banna ba no abuse basadi he ba tshwanetse ba khumane di position mara basadi ba nyaka go filwa. So I'm saying to all of us gore re tshwere di position, re kgethilwe. Esther was chosen out of those many maids that were there. Gore ba be di queen. O ile a kgethiwa gore ka lebaka gobane modimo ba tseba gore ke ena tlotlang a phološa maphelo ba Juda. You have been chosen for that position. Not because o bo o le better than others, not because o bo o le more educated than others, just because God wanted you to be there. So serve God's people accordingly. Serve bana ba modimo ka mo o bileditsweng gona, e seng gore ba o file. At the same time, di position tša rena a di sale mo berekong le mo re berekang gona. He re ya ka magae batho a ba re bone re le batho ba bangwe, he ba yo pila le wena o ye o pile le CEO mmerekong wao. A ibe batho ba ba rego a wa lesa mo, e se beng gore wena o re nna nka se di dire ka baka la gore ke mang. Basadi a re lemogeng di position tša rena gomme re dire ka mo re rumilweng ka gona. Lentšu la modimo le re many are called but few are chosen. You have been chosen for a purpose. And lentšu la modimo le re botša gore babuši ba beilwe ke morena. We will respect you with your positions, but don't misuse your positions. Use them to be the voice of the voiceless. Use your positions to speak on behalf of those who cannot speak for themselves. Ke mantšu a ke be ke nyaka gore mantšu wa le gone re sa ile o bula mošomo, re sa ile o keteka bjale ka basadi, re le ba ba botse ka mokgwa le leng ka gona. Re gopole gore re filwe maatla, modimo o re file di position, o re kgethile ka gare ga basadi. Re ka se be di leader ka moka, re tshwanelela ko ba di follow le o ba le di followers, mara re le di leader a re gopoleng gore ke modimo a re beileng mo re beng gona. Se sengwe se re se dirang re gopole gore re direla modimo wa rena ka batho ba modimo a re fileng bona gore ba re šale morago. Gomme ge re le ka magae ya rena re remaine di positioning tše re leng go tšona ka magae. If you are a mother, be a mother to your children. Bana bao ba se ka tlhoka mma ba le CEO ka gae. Eo le sesi, be a sister to your siblings. Ba se ka tšhaba le go ta ka gae ya go le go sepela le wena ka baka la gore wena o tlo ba bona e se ba maemo a gago. Maemo a sa le mo a dulang gona. That's why Esther addresses her husband as king, kgoši yaka, morena wa ka. And I'm intimidating. I'm intimidated ka obane ile queen. I'm instructing. O a mo gopela. Or that is my petition. That is my request. Le rena, it doesn't matter whether o mo feta ka salary because of your position. But humble yourself. Humble yourself. Go molekane wao. Ka baka la gore yela ke position ya mmerekong. Mara ka gae, you will remain the wife. Amen. A re rapeleng ka moka. Modimo tate ka lebitso le matla la Jesu Kriste wa Nazareta, mathapameng a letšatši le modimo wa matla ka moka re a leboga gobane botho ba gago ke baneng le neng re a leboga go šia matla ka moka gore kgobakaditšeng mo go šia matla ka moka re sa ile o keteka re re modimo wa maatla ka moka re rute modimo wa maatla ka moka o gopola ka nako ka moka gore di-position tse re rileng mo go tsona re di filwe ke wena e sego ka bothale bja rena gomme re tlo kgona tsotlhe ka keresete o a re fang maatla re a leboga modimo wa maatla ka moka re ile go thoma mošomo o re re botlhe ba ba sa tle o bolela le modiro o ka moka na ona re o gafela matsono a gago moya mokgetho a re tlhatlhe o re rute gomme e be mokete wa lethabo o re tlo re phatlalala mo ra ba le seo re ithutileng sona leineng le botse la keresete jesu morena le mophološi wa rena amen.
Thank you very much, Moruti Munyela. DJ, let us address each other, me and you, woman to man. It's very important that you have my back, DJ. Ne? Kuri. Obakule Moruti akerbarele, we cannot do all these things by ourselves. I need you tonight. I want you to have my back. Kuri, utobe at the same time, ne? So that was it's very important. Their happiness depends on you. We are fine, DJ. Thank you very much. I was addressing the DJ. Are we welcomed? Are we happy? I want to firstly observe the necessary protocols. I'm not sure if we have the office of the mayor in our midst. I would want to get an indication on that. If they are there, you are mostly acknowledged. I also want to observe the presence of the HOI, if they are here, and all the managers. I know we have people from different sectors. I know I'm addressing a lot of people who are very big in their positions. I'm actually very frightened right now. So I just want to observe protocol and make sure that you are all acknowledged. I know there's a person who's going to do that, but as the chairperson or the program director, I just want to make sure that all the protocols are observed. When I left the room, I was changing, I looked at the mirror. It was talking very beautiful things to me. It told me that I look pretty, that I look beautiful, that my hair was pretty, that the dress that I'm wearing is wow. That was a conversation I was having with myself. You also had your own conversations when you were living wherever you are, your respective destinations. The reason you address the way you are is because you agreed with yourself that you're going to look this particular way. And you convinced yourself, alright, ngiyabangena, ngiso, ngiyabangena bazongazi, batantiba. I want you to just understand the effort and the time it took, to prepare yourself. I even went and did my hair today. Yes, that is the effort. I want each and every one of you to acknowledge the effort you put in coming here tonight. And it was all to come and develop each other and have fun. Pero no matter yo, guys, we are going, yo. Hey, engathoma yo irgas fetch. Ah. Engathoma ka mathatha ngas fetch. But let's respect and understand our journeys, who we are. There's a small quote I want to read. Don't make yourself small for anyone. Be the awkward, funny, intelligent, beautiful, little weirdo that you are. Don't hold back. Just weird it out. Just weird it out. We know our personalities. You know what makes you happy. You know what makes you stand out when you get in a space where there are people. Tap into that. Allow that to show. Show us you. We are here to meet you. No one else. So please, come out. Come out. I mean, I'm here to meet you. So I want to see you. Me now, you know me throughout the night. Those who know me, check my earrings. Check my earrings. Check my earrings. What are they? What are they? They are wine glasses, you see. And I got them from a friend. Why? She knows I love wine. And I'm unapologetic about it. And I buy wine. And I drink wine. Hey, red dry wine. Even though you know, yes. So the things that you love, let them out. If it's awkward, it's fine. We'll get over it. That's who you are. Then you'll be me, and then who am I gonna be? Please, let's be us. Let's come out. Let's have fun. If it means you're going to scream, scream, mommy. Yes, we're gonna have fun. We are here to have fun. I want your little personalities. The ones, the ones you've been hiding out at work. Let the professional doctor loose, man. Yeah. Leave that title at home. We are here to have fun. I'm not even going to tell you what I do for a living. I'm not. You'll Google me. Yes, Google Lovers Manager. You'll find out what I do. But I'm not here for that. I do that. Yes. Here I'm bringing you me, lovers. Without the children, without the husband, without the boyfriends, without the mom. Lovers. And that's what I want you to know today. That is the person I'm giving to you. Limpa Manglina. Who are you giving me? Thank you. Let's show us. Are we going to have fun, ladies? Are we going to have fun? DJ. Ingoma. Guys, but there's Dr. Love here, ne? But there's Dr. Love. Please, DJ, make us. Person. If my honesty is gonna rub you off the wrong way, DJ will have problems. DJ man come now bela basati na ngoma letu ngata sekima bajina bathu akunandika. I don't believe. Na kom ngoma ya ni TV DJ ko ni itwa namunhla. Na faneke ni sungula ku connecta ni lava ni imela chorus ni ngasino ku fika nkarhi muni. DJ eh? Hawa mara mafikizo la mungu tivi kwe. We buti ni amba na ngwa muna yena. Just asking DJ. Please man, please. Bana basale baru one DJ. Te kuchini. I'm compelling DJ. DJ Waira. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Hopefully the DJ got the brief. Hopefully the DJ got the brief. DJ was strong. You see now? Yes. Yes. Thank you, DJ. Maybe Baba Satila Balako Amkeriwa, it's fine. We will call Miss Magoro. Miss Magoro. Magoro, Nimjeri. Nimjeri, to suka. That declaration was very important in my language. You will pardon me, ma'am. I'm still gonna slaughter your surnames, Shem. You will forgive me. You will forgive me. Ma'am, lir Magoro. Magoro. Here. Ma'am Magoro, please come and welcome these beautiful ladies. Please. Come give us the item for welcome. As the DJ plays us something we know, something we can dance to. Thank you.
DJ re kgopela koša moa re tshwara ke boroko hle inyikeni monata kola mme inyika makhadzi hi le ku dzudzeka ndhawu leyi i tele ku dzudzeka 1956 kwalaho Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. Say to the one next to you, good evening. Good evening. Can't hear it. I'm not Miss Mahoro. Miss Mahoro, she's a little bit delayed. My name is Patience Mkombo. I'm here to welcome you. It's just that our DJ, they're still struggling with the songs. You know, they are from Joburg. They don't understand that we have got Munada here, we have got Makadzi here. But let us give them a little bit of time for us to have a welcoming song so that we can dance before anything else. Just tell your neighbor that you are welcome. I can't hear it. Let's talk about na. DJ, ska bora batho, ska bora moreki mo. Pelele basadi, are pelele. Ichinyana, aganyana, stressnyana.
Yes,
Baba tlego Gala dile ke ba bone. Ke re ne ba ra be re black fela ke re. Re thaba ke re basadi. I guess, as Maphutha Malaji Hospital, um, the Maphutha dinner, and feel free, dance, whatever you get. Okay. Nobody's seeing us, ne? It's only us here. Man, it's only dance. Let us go down. For like, only one. We are not here to look around by dying. We are dance. We are here to celebrate women. We are here to celebrate the women of 1956. Marina, let's do this with joy. I endless hintsako. I endless to come back. We are women. Let us make this place to be. Vava voom. Vava voom. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, ma'am. I hope we have the love dog. Okay, who's the doctor? Is an artist for the love dog. Arrest, it's fine. What other? Next, right? The people shall share. We are going to call M to come and introduce our guests for the night. Protocols as we go on with
song. It's called The Dream. You know, you might forever, yeah, forever, yeah, forever, yeah, felt love like this before. Nhliziyo yami iphethile wena, umuhle wentombi ngiyazifela ngawe. Darling, ngiyakuthanda my forever yena. Khale kids maya mafasi, kinyaka nale mwana naye sona le wena. Le gae laka, ke le gae la. Nkeke ka go latlhana ke rata wena. Ikare nka tsoga ke o bona ka mehla. Botle ba gago bo makatša ditšhaba, ke dula ke iketlile. My forever yena. DJ, forever yena. Forever yena. The night is still long. We're gonna sing together, Akere. I'm still gonna come back, Akere. Or must I continue if you want? Eh? More. Now, I'll come back for more, Akere. Yeah, our fish are there, Akere. Ladies, you are hot and happy. Women's Day, Akere. And may God bless each and every one of you. Anything Celis in out today on this Women's Day, God bless you all. You are such a wonderful people, wonderful, beautiful people. Thank you, guys. God bless you so much.
Forever yena ne. Hey, atla idea Thabo besta. Yo, we bakile Thabo banda.
Ma'am Mathebula, I am still waiting for you, ma'am. Please come. Thank you very much. Look at her. Look at her. She's modeling. Look at her. Do you see her? Ah, you don't just walk. No. You must walk like a lady. Understand? You look beautiful.
Thank you. Good evening, hello. How is everyone today? Wow, look at you. Ladies, you look so beautiful. Can we just say hi to ourselves? Thank you very much, my lady, for affording me this time to come and introduce our guest present tonight here. My name is Maggie Mathebula. I'm working in the Department of Health in an institution called Maphutha somewhere around R71 Road, under the leadership of head of institution, Dr. Sillo. Halle. Today, let me do my work to be so simple. I would be glad to introduce the office of the first citizen of Bapalabora. I can see where she's not here, but there is a delegation sent for sure. While she's still on her way, I'm expecting her. But otherwise, let me acknowledge the presence of the municipal office under the leadership of our first citizen, Ma Miriam Malachi. Can you show us with your hand? Thank you. I've got Colonel Bila present here. Can Colonel raise your hand where you are? Oh, look at her. Let's clap hands for her. You know, when we speak of Colonel, we speak of a strong woman. The woman who is looking after these big men, that you cannot just sit with them and face them with your, maybe let me say naked eyes. You need a microscope to look at them. So that woman is strong because she's working with these people. That you see them, you see Ore. she is so strong to put law enforcement in this community to make sure the community goes right. So let's again acknowledge, give her a round of applause for the good job that she's doing. We have departments present. Department of Health. I would request that everybody in the Department of Health raise your hand up so that we can see and acknowledge your presence. All people in the Department of Health. I'm one of them. People from the Department of Justice. Department of Agriculture. Department of Education. I'm going to introduce the head of institution of Maphutha Malaji, Dr. Sello Rasello. We have former CEO of Maphutha Malaji, Maphutha. I want to introduce the organizers of this event under the lead of Mr. Ramalo. We have a company called Faranani among our midst. Faranani is present here. Can we acknowledge them? We have emergency services with us here. Can you raise your hand? Thank you. Among us, we have people that are here to support us from Polokwane. Can they raise their hand? People from Guyane. Thank you for coming. People from Nkuwa Zaneni. Luena palabras wena umunyani. Batho ka moka go tloga ditukulogong mabapi ba gona to support us in this beautiful event. Thank you so much. We have South African Defense Force with us here. Can we acknowledge them? We have journalists present here. These people are very important. Even though you are not here, you will be able to see what is happening here today. Thank you so much. You are doing a very good job. May the good Lord bless you and continue delivering this beautiful service to the community. Be acknowledged. Artists present, we already have seen Dr. Love. He already blessed us with a song. So let's raise hands for him. Babalabura community, you are present here in numbers. We want to thank you for that. This is a way of supporting the initiative that the organizers has done. And this is again to help us grow and to motivate one another as women and to support, you know, as women, as the MC has already stated, or women have got a lot that they are going through. So these kind of events are going to make us feel good, feel wanted, feel belonging, and then you'll see or you are not alone, and then people have conquered. So ladies, this is the right place. Clap your hands for yourselves. There are gentlemen present here to support us. The head of the families, they allowed us to come and gather here. And they even say it is not enough to say go. They are here. All gentlemen, can you raise up? And we want to acknowledge you. Stand up on your feet as we clap hands for you. Renale, our speakers today. Renale Me, Khoza Kensani. Khoza Kensani as our guest. Can you stand up? Thank you. Renale Mekoni Machipa. Thank Mekoni Machipa. Can you stand up? Thank you for coming. Renale Meskos Nkosi Sibongile. Renale Dr. MV Mashiane. Yeah, ke rata tafula ela o ka re nka ya ka dula mo. E tshwere dibiana. Dibiana tša go berekega. Ke bolela ka di gold and silvers, platinums, and you can name them. Ke rata gore ke o dula mo la ka re le ka nkhumanela space. Mane ba gabas o ka re le ka mpha space mo ka o dula maybe ke tlo khumana tlotso. Ore mmoledi o mongwe a re ga o dutse le ba botlhale o a oka. Wa tšea moya ola ke nyako tšea moya ola. Maybe one day ngaba a guest speaker somewhere. Ndiele matsogo. Among us, we have DJs. Renale DJ Uncle Lesh. Uncle Lesh. Uncle Lesh. The money Uncle Lesh kamoka. Yeah. Dr. Love already remitted matsogo, already or blessed. Anthony Gaze, are you here? Thank you for coming. Vivid Casa. DJ Vivid Casa, thank you so much. I hope you're going to play a very nice music when I go back to my seat. Because I get like sa kono sepela ka baka la gore be le sa ntiele tšona. A ke tse monatanga se mo gone ba ka nkumanela mang maybe makhatsi. A ke re nna ke sethaga sa go bina ke nagana gore o ka nkumanela makhatsi ke tlo dia tšona. Ke a leboga ba ke ba shilego a se ka phošo ngwana phosha dira ha bolawe. Le tlo nkinela diatla matsogo metsing ke a leboga.
Kuchulu hanga unga tori ndi movie. Kuchulile kwanga unga tori ndi movie. Kuchulu hanga unga tori ndi movie. Usambiwi unga tori filemu. Kuchulile kwanga unga tori ndi movie. Kone basambiwi banga tori filemu. Kuchulile kwanga unga tori ndi movie. Kone basambiwi banga tori filemu. Bato tota One bato tota ma wori dola Bato tota ma wori dola Bato tota ma wori skima Uchile ba usamu tili ni move Basa ndili bangata nfule
DJ is coming. Bomb sprayed. He's on. He will arrive. Don't worry. By the time we leave, right. I want to do a special acknowledgement. A very special acknowledgement. Animal farm. Yes, we must acknowledge and understand that not animals are equal. Very, very important. We have our sponsor for the night. I'm sure you can see the banners in your background. Akir, then you understand where I'm going. Yes. We have our sponsor for our beautiful gala dinner, the regional manager for Metropolitan, Miss Tandima Tuta. I actually asked that she joins me in front. She's here. Yes, yes, yes. Ma'am, please just wave and tell them that you are the one who brought those gifts. Tell them. And thank you so much for gracing our occasion and for the effort you've put towards making this event a beautiful success that it is. We are going on again. We are moving on. Mesaba hoy ni kone shtana monta kukuna hoy. Ibile meri o HOI anir. Hey, tiba kuri CEO. CEO. Kombela CEO, head of institution, Dr. Silo. Please come and do our welcome remarks. Venyiba motse. Mi chuncha timzana logo tiruko. The pit bull atu home. Hivona vanu kubaskota kututsuma na. Ikhale bathame hansi. Head of institution, please come forth and give us welcome address.
Program Director, Office of the First Citizen, under the tutelage of Worship Mailula and the delegation, leadership of Maphutha, erstwhile leadership of Maphutha, members of the Fourth Estate, members of the corporate world, in particular, Metropolitan, our main sponsor, members of JOC under the tutelage of Colonel Matebula, my forbearance Colonel Bila, ladies and gentlemen, happy circumstances have conspired that we all under one roof are able to celebrate this day, a journey that began 68 years ago. And as we sit here, we're riding on the shoulders of giants like Mayor Sophie de Brain, giants like Mayor Winima Ngoyi. But this would be incomplete if mention is not made of our own lady streets of Butokwa, Mayor Charlotte Manye, who later was to be Mateke, the first woman to be a graduate in South Africa. She correctly says it when she says, as you rise, make sure you carry with you somebody. And that squarely falls on what Her Grace, disclaimer, Reverend Munyela, who is my pastor, said. And if you were to open Proverbs 3:15, it talks about godly wisdom. Now the question is, as you rise, which spirit drives you? Are you driven by the dark spirit? Are you driven by the godly spirit? Because the two cannot coexist. And as I'm about to retire to my seat, one of the things that was said by Reverend Munyela was, as we rise, it's key that we take care of one another. And that much finds expression in Proverbs 27, verse 17, that talks about iron sharpening iron. Let me, I'm aware, let me not belabor the point and appreciate that all of you are here. You've left your hectic schedules to be with us, so that we all are able to rejoice and ride on the giants of our forebearers, Mesophyte brain inter alia. Let me thank you. You are welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Feel free. All the dogs have been tied, and if you need a bathroom, it's going to be to our right. You are welcome, and thanks so much. Let me not belabor the point. Thank you.
I gotta be where you are. I wanna be where you are. I gotta be there. I really wanna be there. And I wanna be where. Oh yeah, I gotta be where you are. If you're not there,
Thank you very much.
be there.
Thank you very much, and Tate DJ. And thank you, the head of institution, for welcoming us. I'm sure man Mita ba right and Mita promoka. Mita promoka. Shikwembu. Pe man simbona kahle kumbyela ntiyiso and man simbona. That's what I told my kids. I said, I'm going to have fun tonight. I'll try and forget about all of you and don't text me. But tonight it's about me. I'm going to have fun. Let's have fun. Guys, we won't finish them. We will not. I was widowed at 32 years ago. Oldest 10. You want me to be carrying those burdens around with me? I don't want to look like arms. I have a lot, I know, but I can't be bad. Problems, guys. No. Come. Do you see me written widowed? Yeah. Is it written because I can't see my back? No. Why must we carry around with us? Forget those things that you were worried about 10 minutes ago. They will solve themselves. And you are not God. What do you want to solve problems, man? We give them to God to solve them, right? We are here to get developed. And the only way you can development is growth. It's moving out of your comfort zone. It's shifting from where you were to a new space. So please. I was informed that the core program director has arrived. Bakay, Memtwan. Oh, but she's been here all along. Memtwan has been here all along. You are enjoying, ne? Watching me run this thing by myself. Ah, you are not fair, you. No, she will be joining me to help me steer this ship. Ma'am, raise your hand so that they see you. Yes, that's Ma'am Christine Antoine, my co-host. Yes. I'm told we will not have that poem that is written on your program. We are going to get to the business of the day, the real matters. Our speakers are nicely lined up. We are going to be calling them one by one. We're going to pay very close attention. Take everything that they say. They know what they're talking about. They've either experienced it, learned about it, or they continue to learn about it. So let's pay very close attention. They took their time to come and be with us and advise us. We are starting with Ms. Thandi. Ma'am, you are first on the list. Ms. Thandi Maphutha, the regional manager, as I introduced her, of Metropolitan, the stage is yours.
Thank you, DJ. I just wanted to check with the DJ if Hannah Pinaya Omrex Unketsang. And let's allow the ladies to warm up and you know, feel like they are honored. Yeah, Ichima play weight. I sebenzeli tonight. I'm not sure if you have Unketsang, and then we just shake our bodies a bit before I speak. I don't want to speak to an audience that is tense and, you know, worried about the night and thinking, what's going on? Is it still gonna happen, or what's happening? So, I'm not sure if the DJ has it. Do you have it, my DJ? My name is Thandi Maphutha. I'm the regional manager for Metropolitan. Ariing he. Aibo! You see what I mean? Thank you so much, DJ. Wa bona ko file di tip. Hore. O batleya income. Thank you so much. My name is Thandi Maphutha. I'm the regional manager for Metropolitan. I'm looking after Phalaborwa, Tsanin, Polokwane, Bochum. Yeah, I've been with the organization for 18 years. And my specialty is finance. And not the one that you know, should you die? No, I don't do that. Should you leave? What about if you leave? What then? So I just want us to engage. I don't want us to focus on a presentation. La bona laptop ya ka ke ele ke isile. Ke re, let me talk to this woman heart to heart. Let's have a conversation. And let's understand our relationship with money. Let's understand our relationship with money. I'm here to talk about money. Hey! Chelete. 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 Money. You know, over time, I've realized that the struggle and the biggest struggle that we have in families emanates around money. If you dig deep, if you put in a deep stick and check, what is the real issue? The real issue is money. You know, eba utikinya urubetse. Ba utikinya urubetse usina chelete. Nkaro tsamaiwa ke thithibo ya man. You know, nkaro na le ntho o tsamaya nkaro ka rai. Hey man, hey man. What's going on? But aklaleki magnemali. Aklaleki magnemali. Magnemali aklaleki. You know, even things that you cannot tolerate. When we have money, the word of God says it answereth prayers. Ya araba dithapelo. Ebile le Bible ya e tseba. Hore e araba dithapelo. So, if we don't have a relationship with money, we are on the wrong side of success, progress, fruitfulness, and productivity. If you don't have a good relationship with money, you will never be productive. And what do I mean by that? Let's just talk about COVID. I mean, we were going on with our lives and everything looked okay. Nobody thought COVID could ever hit the entire globe. And suddenly, there's COVID. And no one was prepared for it. Even the smartest of the smartest were not ready for COVID. You know, ever something you expose. Babulela ka COVID. It came and it exposed a whole lot of individuals and leaders of families. And when I say leaders of families, I'm not talking about the male figure. I'm talking about the man and the woman. And now I'm addressing women. If you are a woman and you are not in charge and you don't have a relationship with money, you need to start looking at yourself differently. Because suddenly we had people to bury that we were not ready to bury. Suddenly, incomes were reduced. Suddenly, people lost their jobs. Suddenly. Suddenly. Were we ready? No. And now people start running to their investments. People started cashing in their investments. Was it the convenient time to start catching up your investment? No. The economy was extremely low, very low, vulnerable. And yet people were cashing in their policies. That's what happens if a situation finds you unprepared. And what do I mean by being prepared? Let me just share a story. You know, when you don't have a relationship with money, money runs away from you. Have you realized that? Money goes where there's money. Have you noticed? Ebile ra complain ra re, "Hani, why batho ba nang le tjhelete, bona ba phela ba ba le tjhelete?" You know why? They've studied how money works. They have a relationship with money. You don't see them going crazy when there's $1 million in their account. You don't see them running mad because there's $1 million in their account. They actually start thinking about, how do I multiply this $1 million? And if you don't have a relationship with money, you start thinking, how can I spend this $1 million? So colleagues and women, beautiful women, I want to tell you something. If month end, you start by paying other people before you pay yourself, there's an issue. If then your phone goes, there's an issue. Because you need to start by thinking, how do I manage this money? Let me share a story. I remember this lady who's my private banker. Ne? And she was asking me, but Tandi, why is your salary going into your savings account when you are a private banker and you have a check account? And I said, you know why? Because I want to be in control of my money. I want to decide who to pay and who not to pay. That's my money. I've worked for it. If I decide that I will honor certain payments after 3 days, I must be able to do that. People must not just come into my account and start debiting and debiting and debiting. No. I need to think. And ladies, it's high time that we start managing our finances. The little 30,000 rand that comes into your account, you need to be the one who decides where it goes. Okay? If that car is on balloon, you don't afford it. If that car is taking 30% of your salary, you don't afford it. You know yourself. If it takes 30%, because let me tell you, 30% of your salary should be going into your investments. 30% of your salary. You know your salary, you can start calculating. And if that's not the case, there's a big error. And let me tell you something. A lot of us here are public servants. And if you are contributing 7.5% to your retirement annuity, you will never retire comfortably. nna ba invite-ile ba rile ke bolelele le nna ka tšhelete so le se ka nkwatela. If your contribution towards your pension is 7.5 that you started with when you signed those forms 20 years ago, there's an issue. Akiralema twins, why are you contributing the same money? If you are contributing 7.5, your employer is contributing 13%, you have a gap of 7%. And that 7% should be into your retirement annuity. And if you are not doing that, let me tell you what you're doing. You are paying it to SARS. Akiri, it's not going to your pension. Let me tell you, when you save towards your retirement, what happens, Mama? You are telling the government of South Africa that you are a responsible citizen. And immediately, they give you a rebate. But if you're not, you are telling them you are a risk, a future risk. Therefore, they need to tax you more. So you can't be saying, I now want to enjoy my money. You're actually losing that money that you should be saving. Let me tell you what happens with tax in South Africa. A taxpayer in South Africa is actually feeding a ratio of about 6 people. And a taxpayer in the US is feeding 1:2. When are you feeding 6 with your tax? So, okano itirela favor. Do yourself a favor and take that 7% and put it into your pension, at least. You get what I mean? And then there's 2-pot system. I'm closing. There's 2-pot system. There's 2-pot system. There's 2-pot system. And I know some of you are excited about it. Some of you are excited. Some are waiting for the 1st of September. Like yourself. I like the honesty. And let me tell you what. I just told you now that you have a deficit already. Already, you have a deficit. Now you can imagine if you have a deficit and you are going to take from the pot. Why want that savings pot? Why want Yes. There's a vested one, there's a 2/3 one, and then there's a savings one. That savings one. That's where you can withdraw. And let me tell you, money grows better when it's in one pot. Because even the percentage it accumulates, it's higher. Don't quote me, but this 2-pot thing, I don't like it. I just don't like it. And let me tell you, if you don't have a relationship with money, that's your first. That's your first. That's your first flop. If you're thinking, Kadi Festi, I'm there, Kimoting, that's your first flop. That's not wisdom. That's not wisdom. That's foolishness as a woman. Women come together and they think about projects that they can do together to generate money.
Women don't gossip about each other. When you see them gathered, they should be discussing, how can we make money? If you still belong to a crew that discusses people, you are lost. You should be engaging with women that says, how do we multiply money? And if that's not the case, that's a worrying factor. If you don't have a portfolio of investments, like a portfolio of investments, there's an issue there. And let me tell you what, if tomorrow they suspend you, ma'am, for any reason, they suspend you for 3 months. You shouldn't go into a depression mode. Actually, you should rejoice and say, let them investigate while I relax. But because Renale nyao pay a salary, I bo Dr. Selobato admit, just for suspension at 3 months, because there's no provision. No provision at all. If you don't have money, the money that we call emergency fund, there's an error. And in closing, when we retire, we do not build double-story houses. When we retire, we downgrade. Aye, man. Aye, man. If you can't build it now, you don't afford it. You can't afford it. If you can't build that double story now, you don't afford it. Make peace with it. Just be okay with it. It's fine. There are people who can afford, there are people who can't. It's okay. As long as you're comfortable, your house is clean and stylish, it's good. And you are peaceful. Because ewu wako di step isingtel and then kibo makelwane ba uloile. But you forgot that you are old. Bana ba tsamaya o sala o le one o thoma utlwa di echo ka mo ntlong o rape ke tsenetswe ka mo. Aibo. Depression, high blood. Colleagues, when we retire, we buy a 3-bedroomed house so that your grandchildren, you know, when they come, they are still comfortable. You don't need a double-story house with 8 bedrooms and 5. You get my point? You downgrade so that you can be comfortable. Then you start going for a holiday. Go Mauritius, you know, you go and spend your pension. You've worked hard for 30 years. And colleagues, when you retire, you don't plan on the entire 4 million and say, kinale 4 million. 4 million divided by 3 is what you have. Retomo plana ka 4 million. Le plan ya ting 2 million. And that's why we get these houses. You know, and then by pakile mazenke and then boma koti baba to bakena mathateng because they have to finish unfinished projects. It's because we don't have a relationship with money.
Can I go deeper? Then we want our kids to finish our unfinished projects. If you can't buy that Range Rover now, you can't buy it when you retire. As Chile, that money is for you to live at least comfortably. And let me tell you, if you're still contributing 7.5, Dr. Sillo, to your pension, you are actually saying, I'm comfortable to live at 50% of what I'm earning now. That's not enough. That's not enough. That's not enough, colleagues. So, you need to speak to a financial advisor like myself, not the one that says, should you die, funeral cover, re tlo patela bokana, sign mo. Run. Run from that one. You need to sit with a financial advisor that is going to do a financial needs analysis. Ingwale mo fatshe o tlo bolella advisor ya gago re, financial needs analysis wa e tseba. If I really ring mama, or okay, thank you, bye. See you next time. Because then they don't know what they are talking about. And then rekena mo manyalong akere. In community of property. La yetsa metlholo. Lona motho ka le bona la pere di gauta so nka re la di jaja. A le di bone lena. La yetsa metlholo in community of property. In this day and age. Hell no. Don't do that. In community of property. What's that? Have you really done your research about this person? Have you checked their portfolio? Have you checked who they are? In community of property. Hey, guys, I'm metlholo. Out and out. Bo mama ba ka lona le shapo akere at least daram manyala lona na le intact. Amatsatia. Out and out. We have men that are studying us. You know there are men that will take time and study you for 12 months. Before they come and propose. They know what they are doing. Then they divorce you 6 months later. And then utlwa nka re tlhogo ya o ya spina. O re ba o loila, ba o loya. It's in community of property. Okay. We don't do that. We consult, we check. How much do you have? How much are you bringing to this marriage? Then if you are sufficient and I'm sufficient, let's keep. Ma'am, keep your money. You worked for it. Let me keep mine. We love each other. It's a love affair, this thing. It's not a money affair. Okay. Because you're marrying someone not di loan 125. And a tako blele ne bonta teba haba becha ne. Haba becha. Eriko blele. How ka tlhokofala? Ha ka tlhokofala monna o. O supporta nyatsi ele hai. No, I'm telling you the truth. If they were giving them 2,000 rand, that's evidence that they were financially dependent on them. You hear what I say? I'm glad because I also knew the wine. So linkutwa lele soba. Kere, otlo mo support this woman. Habotsi. Okay. I'm going to leave it here. I have a lot to tell you. It's just that I don't have time. Especially around marriage contracts around dependency and beneficiaries. There's a lot that we need to talk about. Oscar o berekile le Dr. Sello, o berekile ko Department of Education, o na le portfolio ka mo le qualification wa kra o dutse ko di ba re keng ditulo tsele tse silver tsele wa di bona tsa o sa bile di cushion kwa ko Master of High Court. Ai kodwa siyayenza imhlola thina uli kwa banze ba re next. You know why? There was no will in place. Wabana batho ba le ba dulang ko Master of the High Court. Banze ba re next. It's because there was no will. Simple will, free of charge. Next. A beautiful lady with beautiful lashes. Anyway. And then honali ngwanaka o bo monna actually extended family. Ya o bo fa ditjale mo. E rape ke dikoloi tsa buti tse. Dikoloi tse ke tsa buti. Tse ha ona tšhelete e tlo. Only go Master of High Call. And let me tell you, mwana motho le sa kenang sekolo. A itlamile ka tjale mo lethekeng. Wa emisa tšhelete e emeritsi. Unana wa khathala. E ematsi tšhelete. But the families should agree. E eme tšhelete e ritsi. Ka mo bondi ya patelwa. Ka mo koloi ya patelwa. Ka mo school fees sa bana. And then tshwantsontshe bana ko sekolong ba ise ko kasi. Bo Thomas Sesotho. Do you understand? And then bana ba botsa, "Mommy, what's going on? What's going on, Mama? We're going to stay with Auntie, my kids, for a while." Ba di squeezer. Ba kentse di roko kam. Ba re koloi e ke ya buti. Le mama zala. And let me tell you, if your husband is taking care of his mother, his brother, sisters, siblings and stuff, those are your dependents. Rightfully so. Nankutlwane? Eh. So ho tshwantse ho be le will. E be clear. Hore curtain e ke ya mang, teaspoon e ke ya mang, koloi e ke ya mang, ntlo e ke ya mang, ena ke ya mang. At least when there's a will, ausuole wa o kenya dikete ka mo, a ka se contest because hana tšhelete. Mara ha o sena will, batla o ema emisa yo. O tlo kopana le wena o ithapeletsa ko nyatsi hore sesi a re bolele. A re o reng? O re go diang? O re me ke re bolele. Le bolele ka tšhelete monna wa ke. Okay, I'll stop here. But that's my story. And Dr. Sello will invite me next time. Thank you so much.
Wow, that was yeah, ne? I look at my strong eh, two pot, mystery. Not two pot, yala. Two party scam, Venezuela. Please, you must. I don't know how you can give us a breakdown on the two pot thing so that we all understand. Two party scam and lakumshisame. And thank you so much, ma'am. That was quite eye-opening. She belletin lebeni, I'm sure. Vamit will. For a will, it's a very, very important document you need to have in your life. And why earn the shipirin urwan? You don't owe anyone an explanation on your will. Yes. Very important. You can just tell them in passing, oh yeah, I have a will at ABSA. Just in passing. Just could they remember when you are no longer there. It's something you need to do for yourself. Thank you so much, ma'am. I'll definitely consult with you. You must also share your business cards with us if you have, so that we can extend this conversation. Are we happy? DJ ufike Polokwane, mongotwile. Mongotwile ku Polokwane ungenile. Mitwila ngomali yanga ibhela manthando kuri se afikile Polokwane. Arrive, DJ, and we welcome your arrival. Can we have the next speaker while we are still warm? So what show off, DJ manje? What flang? Yeah, no, DJ. It's fine. We're still here. Yeah, yo. Here after party. Can we have the next speaker, please? The organizers is busy pushing me in Makayankari. I said I'll consent with you. Kur mijail? Mijailan? Iba fast. Milerilan. Kashan. Mila kumuka. Ramalo mashitwa. So I needed to check, can we move a bit faster? I'm also saying to the next speakers indirectly, please be time cautious. Nandlala man, you know, it's also another factor. I'll also not jara too much as well. Can we have Miss Connie Machipa come speak to us about women and sports? Thank you, ma'am.
DJ, chaka di hona ke a tseba. Chaka di hona. E re ke tse sebaka se ke leboga modimo. Ge a ile a nkgontsha gore tšatši la lekgono for the first time, wow. For the first time, ke ba a guest speaker. Mo ke belegetšeng gona ka di 18 tša October 1976 Namagale Clinic. Thank you. Oh, please, man. Can't sheba. Yo ami mupila linaki mulatelo Koni Wakamachipa. What Tobel FM, SABC. Ki sports commentator. Ki sports reporter. Ki sports analyst. Why kiri kosheo kare yang khwata. Iriska uskan sheba wa nyacha. Ka lebaka la gore ka di 13 tša February this year 2024 radio e be e fetša 101 years. E thomile 1923 ya re ka 1999 re bala go tloa 1923 go fitla ka 1998 a ke be botse go tloa ka 1923 go fitla ka 1998 ne re sena a woman sports commentator in this country. A fitla ngwana wa Machipa, I'm that woman. Ke tla rata go šomiša lentswe le. Thank you. I'm that woman o le gore ke fitla ka 1999. I remember ba hirile ko Auckland Park, Johannesburg. Ge SABC e thoma go tla ka introduction of women in sport. I was the first woman. It's wa tswa Gauteng, wa tswa kwa KwaZulu-Natal, wa tswa mo Limpopo na Magale, mmasepaleng wa ba Phalaborwa. Bjale ya re ka di 14 tša February 2024 ko SABC Polokwane regional manager e le go Dr. Opa Mamabolo are Valentine ya this year. We are going to celebrate it in a different way. A se ela ile gore ba tlo re fa di flowers go ba di chocolate. Ya ba le gore ba celebrate ka gore ba ba berekileng SABC 20 years upwards ba re fa SABC milestone award. I was one of them. This year, ka 2024, ke fetsa 24 years ke le a sports commentator. Ga ke starta ka 1999, ne ke bereka le banna ke le one. From 1999 go fitla ka 2005. So ke ge other radio station bo Mongana, Phala, batho mo tla le basadi ke a gopela ko Mongana no na le Ranzo Mthombeni. Bo Tina Ramantswana. I'm that woman. This topic. I'm that woman. Oh, I will go mona magale. Oh, lo goreng ke guest speaker for the first time. Ke rata go leboga Oni. Yeah, Maki. Rena le relationship very strong. Because again, I dira gore o kgonege gore ke be mo. Dr. Sola ke le bale, be really together. Ka wellness ya babereki PMC ke dia comment for the first time ke a sha babereki ba PMC la tseba gore ba sports commentator it's not easy for a woman le go re ke le go she peace le nyoko e kwa kere gore go gasha papadi ya gola maoto o le mosadi it's not easy ke no ke le diela 1 minute le go re dira jwang e re ke le lebogeng yo a dimedisang le tšatši la le kgone ke kgone wa matsipa ke moswara moramba ke to famane ka tima mane le tšatši la le kgono ke hatša ke le FNB stem papadi ke magara setlhopha sa Orlando Pirates le Kaizer Chiefs di tsene ka gara lepatlelo go tla swa masenke wa šala molora le la ikwa le voice ya one e tsamana le that thing. I'm that woman. I'm that woman. I'm that woman o le goreng ke godisitše ke mme mama Tsipa. Me o e le goreng ka 1988 go le go ba le Phalaphala Foundation ile a tlhoma a project ba bitsa gore ke care group. Care group yela e be e thuša basadi ba le gore ba bereki ba ba ruta go baker ba ba ruta go ruka. My mother was the member of care group. Ibile ba ruka gore go fitla kwa gešo kwa batho ba babedi batho ba khodi Matsipa wa hasha le mama Matsipa go ruka le lenkwa le ge ke ya interview ka 1999 le ke ya pre-trip ya gore go ya ruka ke mama Matsipa. I'm that woman o le goreng my mother ke biletse gore be le part ya care group la tseba gore ke thomile go tseba o ja borotho ba banana le biscuits tsa ginger because of taba ya care group. So ge ke kwa ditaba tse dintsi ka Phalaphala Foundation I was disappointed because be ke tseba gore ke se ke le sona ka baka la mme wa ka. And it's very important ke nyaka o le family tse o mongwe o very strong basadi ba leng ka mo it's very important gore le support bana ba lena ka di talent tsa bona. Talente e gona go dira gore ka mo ga go fetoga go tshwana ka mo go ile wa fetoga ka mo lapeng la gešo. I'm that woman o le goreng talente ila change her life. My mother a rute o tsile ka stand 5 papa ka na bereka open pit batho ba tseba gore ge papa wa bereka open pit go PMC o tsile ka stand 1. I'm that woman o le goreng ke boditše ke bona batho ba Maphutha mo jwana mara I never undermine the support ne ba mpha yona. That's why ke bolela gore it's very important gore basadi o ba tswadi ka kakaretso re support bana ba rena. A ona ngwana wa tomo ke responsibility ya mme go thuša ngwana gae gore a tsebe talente ya gage o mo thuša gore a išomiše ka bogware e mo šomele. Ge nka le botša gore ke tsamaile there was a time mo ebe ke namela sefofane bo kare ke namela taxi wa tseba. Yeah, I'm that woman o le goreng ke namela sefofane bo kare ke namela taxi because every weekend ke a tsamaya ke ya bo Cape Town bo Durban ke le ka ba ka feletša bile ke ya ko Zimbabwe. Batho ba le ba šala sport morago ka 2002 ge bafana ba reka le Zimbabwe first trip ya ka ye le gore nka se le ka lebala. I'm that woman. I'm that woman. Ga re fitlha kwa Deron Bagley o nositse nno e bile tse pedi e le go gopola ga botse a fitlha dira jwale bona ba gatana mo stadium wa senyeya wa tlhokofala batho ba 13. I was there ka palela ko tswela pele ka papadi le bagashi ba bangwe ba radio station tse dingwe le ba television. I'm that woman. Wa re ge ke fitla mo industry ni I was employed by men. A ke tsebe gore na basadi ba ka gona go employ other women na because nna ke employed ke banna. Ge ke fitla station manager ne ile Max Mojapelo, program manager ne ile le Kotswana Mokonyane, Jimmy Motlhaloga le Rudolf Letswalo. Banna ba bane bang hira ka ga a job that was male dominated for years. More than 8 years. What's the mosadi a gashang bolo mo South Africa? Mara banna ba bane ba tšea sephetho sa gore we are going to employ the first woman in this country. Goba a sports commentator. It's not easy. O tsore go le sports commentator, o gasha football, o gasha rugby, o gasha boxing. There was a time, Mr. Aramalo, be ke gasha boxing ko Nazareth. Ko re rinela ka mogoleng ka ona. Ne ba betana. Ge ke re lebella book yaka, there was blood. Ba betana. Ka thoma go ithuta gore ge ke o dira boxing. Ke ja pele. Ka nwa nka se be le betlole le mo gausi le rene. O tlo bakala madi a wela ka mo. I'm that woman all gore those challenges ga di sa ka tsa di gore ke boele morago. Awa. Dile tsa mpha courage ya gore remember o irile ke batho ba banna ba o tshepa o ngwana wa machipa o le gore o tsene sebala magolo o tsene re thabile a public school ba ro ske wa nyatsa mo go tswang gona. It doesn't matter ge modimo o bulela wa o bulela ke fela ke tlhola ka kwa mangolong ko kule Dr. Bolela ka Proverbs o ka ya mo Proverbs chapter 18 o sepele le yone e bolela mo talent e ka bulang mabati ya o phagamisha ya o uplifter ya o tšea mo ya o kuka. One of the things nka se di lebale in my career ya 24 years, and I'm happy, and today ke tlo robala boro one is for the first time ke ba a guest speaker mo ke tsweletseng gone ba re thipa e taga motlhabeng wa boyo sepedi se real ke ka baka la eng ke santse ke shine ko ntle mo ke sa shine mo gae. So ka 2010 go ile ga dira ntwe nngwe ya mpontšha gore o seke wa nyatsa motho le nna ke gopela gore se ke la tenyatsa le se ke la nyatsa le bana ba lena ge le ba bona o bone ngwana gago o bone a gold medal gore ke bona a gold medal a ka change life le ka mo gae a re dira batho. Ge ke gopola my mother 2002 ba mo interview for the first time ko radio a interview ke the late Lady Joe Maphutha a re botse gore na ngwane yo wa o ikgetha ka tsela e talent o tšwetša o ile a re ka kgola maoto a se nkera le ke bolo nna au mara o ka re hashtag botsisa wa mpotšiša nto ngwe le ngwe ke tlo o botša and nka ba ka o botša gore ke mang o a thupileng phosphate marathon ka 1990 o ba ka botša ka 89 o ba ka botša ka 88 2010 be re na le 137 ya di-TV channels le tlampotša e nako e fedile e be re na le 136 channels. One of the channels e be le Globo TV e gašang ko South America. So the Brazilians ba tlisitše about 40 journalists in South Africa, and then ba tlisitše 40 journalists in South Africa, so they were traveling from Johannesburg to Polokwane. And then mo gare ga bona mo gona le a South African journalist o le rona a bulela di-radio tšela ka mokana tsone a kere wa re kgape be re gaša di-radio ka moka 19 radio stations bo radio Sona Grants 2000 ka moka ne re gaša. So those journalists from Brazil, remember I'm that woman ba bulela ya re phalaphala ke monna ya re monkana ke monna Kisimalaji ya re le kwala ke Sibusiso Mashabane ya re 2000 ke Thabiso Tema ge ba fitla ko thobela ke Khodi Machipa ba re aga e dulana moreno ko mo kwa mosadi a ja ka Sepedi ba travela ba ya Polokwane ba ntheletša ne ke ya sha game ya Korea Republic le Ivory Coast. I'm that woman. O le goreng those people when they came back ba botša journalist ya SABC e le go Nontlhatla Dlamini gore on Monday re nyaka Khodi Machipa mo students sa rena re gašhelena money drive re nyaka gore commentary la idea ka Sepedi ba ikwe ke ge le goreng ke ya ko FNB and then sekgowa se le sa ka sa bana bagolo sa bereka la nkwa kere sa bereka ka se tlhomantšha sa memaunye ka se tlhomantšha a kere those people ba ka Spanish nna ke bolela Sepedi ba rawa re nyaka commentary ne la Sepedi ge France e ja South Africa then ka e betha ka Sepedi mara ba fele ba mputša ka English bo ba na le interpreter ya English. So I'm that woman o le goreng o ska wa inyatša gore ke tsene se bala magolo ke tsene re leboile rena ka 2010 World Cup. The Brazilians, they were impressed ka knowledge ya ka ya football, especially their players, Brazilian players. Because o tshwara dithapo mo ka ba bolela ka moka ka re Khafu Tafaral mama but what yeah bele bo mme ba ba leng ka mo holong mo bophelong ba re motho o swantse a be ke gopola ke tsenetse conference engwe ka 2019 ba re mosadi o swantse a be streetwise true, not a KFC ya bophelo o be streetwise true ya bophelo o support bana ba gago o lwele bana ba gago o ska give up mo bone bona ne mele re changeile maphelo a di family tsa rena. Ngwana a ka dira gore wena motswadi your dreams even need ngwana wa gago a ka dira di dreams tša gago even need ge o mo support. Se se le sa diragala ka career ka ya commentator, it was not easy. That's why how easy work le banna o le mosadi o le tle o travela le robala di hoteledi le odimo le fase. It's not easy. Mara ka baka la gore be ke tseba gore ke nyaka eng mo bophelo. I'm that woman. O le ha le bala gore o tswa kae. Ke tlo tswalela bjale. He ke tswalela ke na le foundation, Khodi Machipa Foundation e le gore e launchitswe ka 2022, sports and education. Why sports and education? Ka lebaka la gore ke a tseba le nna ke le jwale a ke nka sa she bophelo ka moka a ke tseba gore 2026 World Cup ke tla ba ke le one of the commentators a ke tseba. So ge talente e fitla nako ya o fela, you must have something to fall back. Education bjale ke bereka ka bana ba more than 300 gana mona magale ke league ya under 11 go fitla ka under 19 ebile ke na le basadi mama ka nantša bolela taba gore ke sane ke be le bakegula ka mogare ga basadi ba a re le a nyaka le nyako raloka le gona ne bakegula le bone gore it's not too late in life. Le bone gore modimo ga a bula mabata a nyako tse gore mokgekolo bona bakegula ba se ba tswa ko bo France ba tswa ko America. Bele foundation ya Khodi Machipa ke a o bereka ka basadi le bana le sometimes ke bereka le diligence gore re bope talent. A ke tsebe gore le aware gore Palabra is a country mo tabeng ya talent le tseba taba eo go thoma ka business people go tla ka sport gore ge nka bala the way basadi ba masepala wa Palabra e di ba le gore ba kantoro a ba gona ba le ba kantoro ya the first lady ba gona le intelligent kwa lulekane go na le mosadi wa ga Ngobeni o tšo winner a gold medal ko KwaZulu Natal. Mola Majenje o na le sekolo sa netball se winne gold medal ko Gauteng province. Ka 2020 Olympics re bile le moshimane ga dikgale o le goreng o ba kitima ko Japan. Re bile le ba re le ba o roka cricket ba bantši bo ethimbalati lena that's why we are so rich pele putša ba gore na do we get support ya gore talente e tšwele pele ka mara foundation yane yaka la tseba gore ke ruta le batho ga shammetše ka mara foundation we have young people they come to me and then I teach them about a commentary yane ya gore wa itse wa ifa mama a itse e bia mogara le patleng a idea ben ya gokolo bjale ke a itswelele batswadi ke sa dira boipiletšo ke kgopela le supporteng talente ya bana ba lena ke kgopela le thekge bana ba lena go bohloko ke ya grounding for example nna ke gomela ke ya grounding mola for score bana ba tla ba leti a win award o mo file award ya golden boot oba award ya player of the tournament o tla le wa mama o kae sesi o kae we must change that a re tsweleng pele re supporte bana ba rena ba tlo change maphelo a rena nna ke le Khodima foundation ke tšea 24 years la ka ke tlile gae ke kgopela le mpatameleng ba lo rena le thuša mašheleng I thank you ke a leboga
Baring, I'm that woman. I am that woman. Yebo. She's not just referring to herself. She's referring to all of us. You must also say that to yourself. Remember how we opened, that we are here to see you. Be that woman. It's possible, black child, we see you. It's very possible. I'm told there's a car with a registration, Tepo. Your lights are on. Yo, we don't have jumpers. We don't have jumpers. But your lights are on. Registration, I think it's a Mercedes-Benz, if I'm not mistaken. Please go quickly, check your car, and switch off your lights. We are moving on. Powerful, right? Yeah. The part of supporting our children is very important. I have a 14-year-old. He plays rugby. He was in the provincial team ya Limpopo Blue Bulls last year, under 13. I was that parent, guys. Every match. Boy, na miracle ngibile be ke ba botsa ke re ke a vaya, ke a tsamaya, ngwana ka wa roluka, ke o tsopona. O bona ke mang? Every game, every single game, I would drive to Pietermaritzburg. Ke o bona match. Wa ngwana wa ka, se raloka 40 minutes fela. And I come back. Krugersdorp, Bombela, you name it. I was a tourist last year. And I'm telling you, my son's low self-confidence was extremely low before he started playing rugby. He's a big, bold boy. The confidence sparking out of him. That's the support. I was so embarrassed. I was the only black parent there. They drop everything. I remember Pietermaritzburg video. Not even a single black parent. Not even one. Let's stand up for our children so that we take them out of their shell. It's very important. This year, no, if you can apply a Ben Foster, but no, life easy. Let's stand up. Let's stand up. It's very important for the future of our children. I want to hand over to my co-host. Yes, madam. I want to hand over to her. She will take over the rest of the program. Ma'am, Please come, don't be shy. Listen, me telling a program director. Welcome. The floor is yours. And thank you very much. She have swept whatever, each and every corner. I just want to finalize everything. Good evening. Nampushela. And you look wow. You are those women. I get it. I like it. The only different thing that I'm banana yon na koya mene. I'm too much in time management. And I'm a project manager. I'm that woman. Yago, I arrived in Mpumalanga Education being a first woman to be a civil engineer in Department of Education. So I'm that woman. So that's why this evening, when you say I'm that woman, yes, it's happening, it can happen, and it can happen. If because now, namunkala, we've got all the tips. I get it. So, if you can check on the programs, we are going to call our
not as the way we would love to.
There's powerful economic incentives for women to move into historically male-dominated occupations. Yet women who defy conventional female career patterns choose to pursue careers in male-dominated occupation, often return to careers that accommodate their role as primary caregivers. The challenges women face in penetrating successfully and persevere historically dominated work environment emanates from traditional gender hierarchies, norms, prevails in the family and society. Despite the gender equity and empowerment, the household unit has traditional structures and still has that male-dominated gender. These traditional stereotype roles, expectations spill over to the organizational policies. Remember when men are the leaders, the head of the family, it spills over at work. That I'm a man, I'm ruling this. And the practices to maintain women marginalization, work roles, become entrenched in danger-based organized culture. Historically, men have dominated policy development, and they still are. Organizations are still structured and function in ways that do not always support women's career patterns and their needs to integrate work with family responsibilities. This is the invisible aspects of the male-dominated institution culture that gives lip service and gender empowerment strategies, but continue to marginalize women. Men predominantly recorded the history of women and work through their eyes. A focus on women-dominated occupation remains especially important to the light of the studies that point to the negative personal society consequences women faces. A research conducted in 2019 by UNISA highlighted the effect of work-family conflicts, as well as demands of work and home on women's health, while cautions against the consequent family relationship problems. Furthermore, women experience the world of words quite differently in how men do. Generally, a desire for status, power, social comparison drives men. On the other hand, a desire to do a good job and contribute organizational functioning motivates women. Women's unique work experience occupied in stereotype work-life role structures based on gender pose unique challenges to career-orientated women in general, more specific to women who choose traditionally male-dominated careers. I believe organizations need to legitimize women characteristics, natural behavior, value, and give them platform in order to level the playing fields for genders. On that research as well, there is a back of a research neglected of study women experiencing when entering male-dominated. Retaining women in male-dominated occupation remains a challenge because they tend not to stay in those occupations for long. Most studies focuses on women on context specifics, entrepreneurships, and equality surveyors with predominantly operative focus, conducted by quantitative inquiry into the life, role, construction of careers, oriented women, and emphasizing the need and more depth of negative on a women experience of a work-life roles. Quantitative approach to the experience of women who work as specifically historically male-dominated occupations may contribute to put our understanding on how women persevere, maintain their careers, motivation despite the challenges they experience. A further study needed in the experience of women who in male-dominated occupations and understanding the unique challenges they face to preserve in the environment. Might inhibit women from reaching their potential in multi-dominated expectations relate in their own stereotypes, gender role, operations. This gender role ideologies that lead them feeling male, and how self-efficiency and low self-confidence and female pay gap, employee gender inequity, and a discrimination inhibits women career progression in the male-dominated fields. A discrimination inhibits women's career progression. As a result, women feel that her organizations do not take seriously what they receive, challenges, opportunities, subsequent do not receive the pay or position commence with their talents. In male-dominated occupations, male have more resources, discrimination of power to enforce discriminate practices, policies, and ideologies. The position of lack of visible negligence strategies prevents women in organization may be well hectic in male-dominated and gender-based. Another challenge in a woman who pursue careers in male-dominated occupation relates to characteristics, male type, behavior, expectation, distinct expectation. The same study found out that female graduates regard success as masculine, political, and as a male-dominated field. Therefore, women, in order to be successful in male-dominated environment, women have to inherit them. They have to make aggressive male characteristics, competition, interior, stays in their organization, contents, and typical masculine behavior related to success making dominated, including political game playing, aggressiveness, backstabbing, scoring confidence, and snitching up on people. Mechanism women are that used to cope in a male-dominated environment. The women, the difficulty of penetrating historically male discriminated occupation applied the unwillingness accommodate, the preparation makes women the fields, and furthermore, a lack of understanding of challenges, but women have low adequate environment and add to the empower and women in the historical male-dominated occupy self of real transformation because of male resistance prejudices. What is happening to the women? The negative the negative identity prospectus on women practices show prevailing lack of confidence and women competences and their negative self-esteem. Women influences environment, including their progress into the male intensively on rise because of these negative prejudices rather than they apply on what women want, on what men want. Appreciation of male-female challenges. Some women have had noted appreciation of resilience and their femininity integrated in their work identity. Some criticize the manipulative use of femininity, female use of sexual powerness in order to gain occupation. Whether constructive or manipulative, it seems that women rely on their femininity to cope with the challenges of male-dominated expectation. The mentorship, the key legislative means of getting support of guidance in the organization of scheduling career successes, most expressed seats, caring and support system, marginalized, fluent, often hostile environment, and effective coping strategy. They have expressed the need for women in mentorship in particular. We are lacking in the mentorship side of it as women that are working in the fields that are male-dominated. Recognition and successes. I found that the significant career success experience in the depth of motivated women to remain in their male-dominated occupation. The successes finds that women prefer on the ignition and them in the work, while in this occupation, some of these women had made non-committal strides and pioneered the way of females who came after the first women allowed to work underground for a company. These stereotypes, gender roles, and expectation will spill over into an organization structures and behavioral dynamics, thereby sustaining based and discriminatory role and unwillingness. Most men relinquish muscular culture in order to incorporate. For me, colleagues still here comment with the time efficiency, problems of fulfilling male age gap, historical negligence, and inherent obligations. In conclusion, I believe and conclude through my experience that women male-dominated occupation often work in conditions that are not catered to unique to their needs of or convert retrenched gender-based organization cultures. Very few supportive organization practices are on disposal of these women, and organizations often leave them to their own devices when it comes to coping with their respective male occupation. Nevertheless, regardless, can motivate women to remain in the male-dominated work environment as they provide women with eligible physical support and female-focused policies, while career opportunities, challenges, entice their personal drive for achievement, different ways of recognizing their succeeding. Gender mentorship is vital for these women to come up and preserve. And as Zozibini Tunzi, proudly former Miss SA and former Miss Universe 2019, I quote, and said, "Women are powerful beings in the world, and we should take every opportunity and take up a space and noting that we are important in the society in cementing ourselves, and that is us. No one can cement you except yourself." And in that, I'm saying, I'm wishing all beautiful Women's Month, not day, and every one of you, each one of you is special in her own way, and all the bless. Thank you.
TJ, this is a different program director again. This one, onyaka dilo tša go phakiseja. I go to nago. My legal knowledge is telling me gore if you have got a gathering like this one, and o bona batho ba thoma o ema ga it's a sign ya gore ba lapile le tlala. A kere I'm Tsakani wa ka Mohlala. Ke nna Tsakani wa Mohlala. Hi, and it's Tsakani Yoltsaka. Looking at the next item, is going to talk to us exactly in this world is growing in a different shapes, different form, different directions. So what is our role? Our role is not only being a dad incubators. We have got different roles. So the person I'm only giving you only 5 minutes to outline those roles only. So as women, what are our roles in this developing world? In different industries. Anirikhala ba go qualify ko ba mistress. Futa ba go ba mistress, ba nga bona go educators ba go ba mistress. Ba bona ba go ba qualify go tshama makaya go cleaniwa. Mara one, there are a lot of things that is happening in this developing world, and as women, we want to know our role. and lava office of the mayor ba re ko ba ta kota ku loko se hetile ku wa bona with this one it needs the office of the mayor as she to say va Phalaborwa women they need to be empowered. Kuri what they were talking about here hi kota ku pfala that gap. I don't want to take time loko DJ mi hatlisa kwalani ba risimu ra ku nyana loko va kha mi ba risimu ra ha yimanyana hi ti olola then la mahlweni I'm going to call you came in, you have got a program. I was not even supposed to be calling names. Ne? I get we are developing, this is a developing world. And please, in whatever that is being said here, I'm just hoping it is being registered, is being stored somewhere, because we need this information to Dr. Sello. If you have a book, I don't want to book today, everything that is happening today, because we need this. It cannot end here. We want to go every day, repair. So now, in this developing world, please, let's welcome in our stage. Let's welcome Kimani in our stage. Mama Shiana Ger. Yes. Mama Shiana, this is what I want. Mama, you give us the roles again. We need the roles. The challenge regard confused. I got the roles or gi. Ah, you'll be done.
Thank you. Thank you. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Did I say good morning? Yeah. I'm saying good morning because I'm a teacher. And this is what I do almost every day. So let me put it correctly and say good evening. I want to start by telling you that while I acknowledge that time is really not on our side, we have been requested, due respect, Program Director, more than a month ago, to prepare something for these beautiful ladies that are in this hall. So I will try my best, but I think 5 minutes is too much of a tall order. I will try my best, I promise. And I'm going to start like this. I wanted to write this in Northern Sotho, but I thought maybe people that are here, some of them may not be able to follow. So I wrote it in English, but I'll try my best where possible to just, explain some things. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Program Director, for the opportunity to address everyone tonight. A special acknowledgement goes to the organizers of this auspicious event and all dignitaries and esteemed guests. Protocol observed. It is really wonderful gesture that the Phalaborwa Municipality and Maphutha Hospital is doing for all the women within and beyond the precinct of Phalaborwa. A Woman Day Gala dinner, which is gradually becoming a norm as it has been celebrated throughout the past few years. While we may not say it often, if at all, it gives us as women of Phalaborwa Municipality a really good feeling to be allotted one day annually, to let go of all our hard work, and for one evening at least, dress so beautifully and be celebrated for the beautiful queens that we are. Beautiful ladies of Phalaborwa and beyond. Please, just applaud yourself. I have to say that I was somehow taken by surprise to receive an invitation and be one of the speakers at this event. When I asked the organizer what I was expected to talk about, I was given the topic, the role of women in a developing world. Now, this topic made me decide to come because for some reason, I thought to myself, it is really easy to talk about the role of women. Because why? Why would I struggle to say something about the role of women in a developing world? Because there is no role that women are unable to fulfill. Now, looking through the history pages, I was delighted to ponder on the awesome women that marched in unison to the Union buildings in 1956. These are the icons, the heroines, and the she-warriors after whom Women's Day was coined. I once again marveled at the incredible courage that these women displayed, marching to the Union buildings in 1956 during the deep, dark period of apartheid, where black people were treated like animals. I was astonished at the bravery that these women must have possessed to confront an all-white government while they were Africans, let alone as women who were not even given a second glance at those times. Going back to the topic of my speech, ladies and gentlemen, I realized that women knew 68 years back that they could not sit on their laurels and let their country go to waste. They knew without doubt that they had a role to play in the political sphere of South Africa. Women such as Lillian Ngoyi, Helen Joseph, and Albertina Sisulu, and about 20,000 others refused to accept the injustices that their society was confronted with, the injustices of the apartheid system. The placards that these women carried were written words such as, "Straydom, you have tampered with the women, you have struck a rock." I believe that's where we get this slogan, "You strike a woman, you strike a rock." These women said that to the then Prime Minister or President of the country. That, you know, women of Baphalabra, there is a lesson here for us. The program director asked me for the roles. Maybe this is the first role. That as women who are confronted on a day-to-day basis with poverty, lack of education, alcohol and substance abuse, which is rampant for all people, young and old, as well as the pandemic of GBV. Nobody spoke about GBV this evening. We need to take a stand and fight this social ills, just like the women of 1956. We need to realize, ladies and gentlemen, that these women, that for these women, the then political situation of South Africa, which did not only discriminate against all black people, but particularly discriminated against women through the sexist prejudices, which excluded them from sourcing and procuring formal employment. In those days, the only jobs that women were allowed to do were jobs in quote, meant for women, such as being domestic workers, dressmakers, bookkeepers, nurses, and teachers. While the best jobs, the jobs spoken about by Miss Connie Majiba there, and the jobs spoken so beautifully by Miss Bongile Nkosi there. Jobs in construction, jobs in media, jobs in journalism. All these jobs were kept specially for men. I am not in any way implying, though, that these jobs that I've mentioned, such as dressmakers and bookkeepers and domestic workers, were of no value, because they are. However, I find that it was grossly unfair of the then dispensation to relegate women to do only jobs that were meant for women and not jobs that were available at the time. This is lesson number 2. Now, that as women, we should not feel inadequate or incapacitated from following careers that were traditionally thought to be men. Thus, while we should acknowledge and appreciate the strides that our government of South Africa has taken since the dawn of democracy to provide opportunities for women to be employed in all sectors, the government cannot force us, women, to train and to apply for those jobs. Today, South Africa ranks 3rd among countries in the sub-Saharan Africa that has more than doubled their women representation in government since 1995 Beijing Declaration, whose the aim of Beijing Declaration was to improve gender equality from 10% in 1995 to 24% in 2019. Notwithstanding the decline of women representation in the National Executive Council from 43% in 2019 to 40% in 2024, South Africa continues to enjoy recognition of being one of the countries in sub-Saharan Africa that promotes gender equality and access to governmental jobs and many others. However, it remains disheartening, discouraging, that according to MasterCard Index of Women Entrepreneurs, for South Africa, only 21.9% of all formal businesses were owned by women in 2019, which increased to 30% in 2022. Now, it makes absolutely no sense, and you will agree with me, that women who constitute more than half of the population, with 51.5% in 2022, according to Statistics South Africa, have access to a measly 30% of jobs in the corporate world. I want to talk about role number 3, therefore, to challenge you as women of South Africa and women of Maphalaboro in this hall tonight. I implore you, ladies, beautiful ladies, to train, to apply for these lucrative jobs. Women have proven themselves competent and capable. The Ready Now Leaders report from the conference board shows that in that organizations with at least 30% women, listen to this please, organizations that have 30% women in leadership roles are 12 times more likely to be in the top 20% for financial performance, which means that women make great leaders. Should I read that again? The Ready Now Leaders report, the Ready Now Leaders report from the conference board shows that organizations with at least 30% women in leadership roles are 12 times more likely to be in the top 20% of companies that have financial performance. This implies, I was asked to talk about rules. This implies, ladies, that there is nothing stopping you, my dear sisters, that are attending this event to fully participate in politics and to get involved in leading this country to greener pastures. The only obstacle that we have is lack of confidence and fear. The Commission for Gender Equality and a Society Free from Gender Oppression and Inequality state that there are 3 big problems that prevent women from going into politics. The fear of big politics, self-doubt, and stereotypes and other reservations. We need to get rid of this fear. We need to get rid of this self-doubt and these other stereotypes that may, and be ready to take the political bull by its horns. I'm going to skip certain things because of time, but I cannot not talk about business. So allow me please to read, to tell you what I think about the role of women in business. Women are pioneers in small businesses. According to a blog published on 8th August 2023 by a blogger company called BizCash, small and medium-sized enterprises play a crucial and indispensable role in driving economic growth and development in South Africa. Small business, often referred to as the backbone of the economy, contributes significantly to job creation, innovation, and overall prosperity. The women of South Africa, the heroines of our society, continue to play an active role in maintaining their families through informal businesses. An article by Dr. Salome Tuttenberg and Nina Benjamin published in Labor Research Service in 2023 states that there are more women than men employed in the informal sector. This supports what we all know, that many small businesses are run by women, and that a majority of vendors on street corners and taxi ranks are women. It is mostly women who get up in the wee hours of the morning to prepare magwinya and achar, scones, packaged fruit and vegetables, as well as different homewares, which are beautifully displayed at stores across our country. And these are the wares that have put so many children through school and universities, and that have produced world-renowned doctors, professors, teachers, nurses, magistrates, and many more. The very women who make magwinya in the morning have produced these people. Ladies of Maphalaboro municipality, this brings me to my next challenge. If you do not have a job, since jobs are recently becoming as scarce as snow in Phalaborwa, it is about time you thought long and hard about a business you can start, which will enable you to support yourself and your families. Listen to this, please. I say this all the time. One of the things that perpetuates perpetuates gender-based violence is poverty of women, which leads women to depend on men. Now, most men who abuse women do so because they realize that they are dependent on them financially, which, while is really an idiotic thing to think, makes the men think they have a right to treat women as dead. So, getting yourself a small business will go a long way towards your freedom from the men who might want to abuse. I'm going to skip this one and take you to the end of my speech, my conclusion. I am concluding. Program Director, I'm concluding by saying that 2 days ago, I learned something from one presenter on Radio 2000. This presenter said something really, really important. We need to calculate, ladies, we need to cultivate the habit of reading. And we need to cultivate a habit of listening to the radio. This will help us to be on par with what is happening in our country. Now, while it is enjoyable to know what is happening in soaps such as Skim Sam and
are going to item number 5.5, ne? The 5.5 still is talking to us. How do we feed? The challenges a little on. The challenges will always be there, but we need to feed. We need to know. How do we feed? How do we go via that? Here. So please, let's welcome on stage. DJ Carl Eleze de Gamowe. Likedzele. Kedzele DJ. No bella gosha. I request Kocha Kupela.
One day I attended a funeral. While I was there, it was a pretty big funeral. People were talking good about the deceased. You know, they were talking about how she used to help the community, how she used to respect people. And when people were busy talking, you know, we're so impressed. Suddenly, the coffin started to shake. Yo, but basungula kututsu. Mina I didn't run. Labanti bakabastuba kwa makana iranda. I was there, although I was so frightened. But I told myself, no, I'm not going to run. Fortunately, the uncle to the deceased was also there. Then he decided to go to the casket. He opened. And then the woman, Afukatsam, you know, the frustration, the anger on her face. Then she said, you are busy talking good about me. But while I was still alive, no one said anything good about me. I thought I'm a useless woman. Then I decided to commit suicide. Then she re-died. Ladies and gentlemen, we are so blessed today. I want to acknowledge the people who organized this event. Because now as women, to appreciate each other, to acknowledge the good things that we are doing. So the day that we are going to decide to die, because we have enough time to appreciate each other. My topic is about giving a solution to the challenges. Let it speak out. It's about self-mastery. If you don't know yourself, I'm telling you, there is nothing that you can do. Who are you? If I can start asking you questions, who are you? I'm telling you, most people won't be able to answer. But if I can ask your next door neighbor, hey, you know that person, you know what hemba, you know what end I need. We know other people in Nabini identity. That's why in most cases, when they want people to volunteer, because you don't know yourself.